Okay, so I said in the last one, we will be going over US30 and NASDAQ. Now, you guys know I trade US30 NASDAQ daily at 1530, so you should have some sort of idea. If you pay attention, you know how we trade the 1530. We know how we trade it, right? And sort of have an idea of what we do. So let's look at this now. Let's look at Monday. So what I like to do with the US30 and NASDAQ is I like to have both my charts open at the same time. US30 on one side, and I have my NASDAQ chart on the other side. Okay. So US30 on one side, NASDAQ on the other side, and we trade like that, right? So what this does is mark out, let's look at US30 Monday, right? Okay, no, I don't need this. I thought it's too bright for my eyes that looking at the reflection, but it's fine. I can't read anything. Okay, so let's look at 15 of June Monday, right? 15 of June Monday. So you have both of them, right? You're gonna look at both of them, guys. See whichever one gives you the move first, and that's the one that you take, right? So first things first, you gotta have your Lux algo. I don't have to tell you guys all the time. 1530 to 1535. You have that 5-minute window marked out. Okay, have that window marked out, and that's how you trade, right? So like I said, you only look at whichever one gives you the move first. That's the one that you take. Okay, so this is typical ORB strategy. You wait for a breakout, okay, then you wait for a retest of an FEG. Okay, so I see an FEG here, but what do? We disrespected it. Okay, so I wouldn't really take a trade off it, or rather wait for maybe an inverse or something or some other entry. Not like him. Okay, but we look at US30, right? 1540, there's an entry on US30 anyway. Okay, let's mark it here. So don't see anything here on US100. US30, right? So look at US30. Okay, so this is a bit of a shitty day I'm looking here now. Okay, so US30, what happened here? Okay, so your entry would have been here. This would have been a cock day, yo. There's your trade here. Once you respect it, stop loss would have been hit. TP would be a 1:1 or whatever. This would have been a stop out day if you did take this trade here. Alright, yeah, this would have been a stop out. Alright. Okay, so but I'm gonna show you guys another way that we can actually trade this as well. Not just trading off ORB, but also looking at the 1-hour FEGs, looking at where your base, right? So okay, so obviously, like always, you gotta mark out your 1-hour FEGs, right? So just go here, see Monday, and then let's go here as well. Okay, it doesn't allow me to actually go on to 2. Okay, so let's just leave this for now. Let's just look at the ORB for now, right? Then I'm gonna show you guys the other strategy, how we use inverse fair value gaps and 1-hour FEGs to actually get entries as well. All right, so 5-minute FEGs. This is sorry, you can 1-minute fair value gap, and also you can mark out your. Okay, this is the. No wonder I couldn't get the entry here. No wonder I was on the 5-minute time frame here. That's why. I was wondering where the flip this thing is going. Thursday. Let's go to Monday. Let's look at. I think Monday did get a decent entry here. Okay, let's look at Monday, right? No wonder it was looking a bit suspect. Okay, so we have here. Okay, so here we have a breakout here. And we got the retest right there. There's your fair value gap here. Okay, so Monday was pretty decent and US30 was shit. But Nasdaq, that's why you got to mark out, have both. Some days USDT gives you the good move, and Nasdaq gives you such a cuck move. So your trade would be in here, stop loss below here. Shit, that's a big stop loss. Flip. TP you can go for 1:1 because that stop loss moves. Because look at that big. So your stop loss only is going to be like below that fair value gap candle. You got a decent entry as well. And yeah, guys, that's about 900 pips. If you did hold a little bit longer to even get 1,000, I think you did just about got 1,000. Just no, 994. So you missed out on 1,000 pips. Depending on how you entered, whatever might have even entered at the top like this, like somewhere there or something maybe. So that have been the trade, guys. That's basically Monday. Tuesday was USDT would have got chowed on here. So that's basically Monday, guys. And you got what? Look at what gave the trade for 1540, 1556, 1550. So you look at whichever move you get first, and you got the move first on USDT. Take it. They take the USDT and you move. If US 100 doesn't give you the move, if US 100 gives you the move afterwards, don't take it, please. You will mess it up. Right? Let's carry on looking at Tuesday. So simple, guys. Mark out 5 minutes. Your first 5 minutes of the New York Stock Exchange open. Wait for a breakout. Wait for retracement into a fair value gap. Fair value gap can be inside. The fair value gap can be outside. As long as you tap into a fair value gap, you're good. You're fine. So find the retracement into the fair value gap, and then you take your trade from there. Okay. And of course, it has to be unfold. You can use IFEGs in some cases, maybe like on the higher time frame IFEG, but rather just stick to this. Okay. Let's carry on looking. Let's look at Tuesday, brother. Tuesday. What happened? Yeah, Tuesday. Okay, so I can't, for some reason I can't replay like both at the same time. Okay, would defeat the whole purpose of us doing both at the same time. So I will unfortunately will have to just like play it out like what I see already. Okay, here we go, Tuesday. Okay, I already see USDT did not give any move at all. It didn't give any move there, but Nasdaq gave a small move. Think it did. That's what I think it did. Okay. Right, let's see what happened here. Okay, pushed up and there was no fair value gap here, nothing here. Okay, there was one here. Okay, there's an entry right here. It's a small baby move. Okay, there's your entry here at this candle closure. Your entry, always take it, remember. Candle closure, very important, guys. Stop loss below here. Wait, stop loss got hit? No. Stop entry was gonna be here. Yeah, actually did get it. Flip. So straight away stop loss, and then it fires all the way up from there. So yeah, guys, that was basically a loss on the sort of day. But let's carry on looking. Okay, so if you guys know the lies, you know I don't only trade this. You guys will know that I don't only trade this. We'll get more into that. You know, we'll trade out the 1 hour. You look at the 1 hour fair value gaps. We'll look at all of this. I'm just showing you guys the strategies so you know these strategies are profitable. The ORB is profitable with the correct risk management. But there is, of course, if you trade off 1 hours and the IFVGs, that's also going to work really well. Wednesday. This is Wednesday. This is Tuesday. Let's look at Wednesday. And Sundays the orb absolutely fires, guys. It absolutely cooks like mad, actually. Okay, breakout right here. Okay, so this was a trade I actually took live and this is a type of trade that I actually remember quite clearly because a student asked me about this trade. Okay, but Wednesday, what happened on USDT? Okay, I see USDT just pumped, but there was no retracement anyway. Any retracement? There was FEGs here, but no retracements, no retracements. There was eventually all the way here a retracement, and that was your entry there. But there was, for me, there was another entry on Nasdaq which we caught. I'll show you guys now. This is a US30 entry. Okay, that's basically US30. SL just about here. And that's basically it there on US30. But I'm gonna show you guys what we actually did on this trade here. So let's replay here quickly. Go on your 1 hour quickly. Let's go 1 hour. I think it was a 50, yeah, 1 hour. All right, so we had marked out this. I had this 1 hour FEG marked out here. Go back on your 1 minute time frame. Right, now look at this. Look how nicely it rejected off that 1 hour FEG. Now this is a trade that we took live, right? I took live with everyone. Took it right there. And why I remember this trade clearly was because a student asked me about this afterwards. How did I take this trade? How I caught this trade? Right, so we broke below. We then formed, we rejected off that 1 hour FEG, and I saw this IFEG, nice IFEG setup. Right, and I took at this candle here close, we took the setup here. Stop loss just there. TPs we targeted a 1:1 or something like that. I think we did go play around with this FEG, came back here a few times. They eventually dropped pretty hard actually. So yeah, we got about 1,400 pips on this trade, I think. So we caught, and there was like a 1 hour FEG at the bottom as well. But I'm not gonna go too much into that. We're gonna go because we go after it. We'll go over it just now. So this was a beautiful trade which we caught. Pretty much same concept, but as the orb, I mean, we did have a breakout, we retest, but the retest was off the 1 hour FEG. It disrespected all of these fair value gaps here. He actually took this trade of this fair value gap here. He took this trade from here. You can see it's a rejected, which isn't wrong. To be honest, it isn't wrong. He rejected off here. Took a trade, stop loss was just there. So that's basically the trade. You're gonna take it. Give me a second. No worries, Mo Salah scored. Check something there. Michael Salah scored. Okay, anyway, guys, let's lost that. Let's carry on. Let's carry on looking right. Just avoid this replay, relieve it quickly. But this is a live trade that we took, guys. We took live on with everyone. I wanna go on to this was Wednesday. So Thursday I didn't do Thursday, Friday. Thursday and Friday I didn't trade. And why? Because I was busy with another shit. So I wanna look here now. Okay, Thursday looks pretty simple. I'm looking now, US30. Okay, no, actually, no, not that simple. But let's look into it, right? Okay, both of them broke down below. Okay. But which one gave the move first? That's the question. So we broke up below here. I'm taking a short at this, I think US30. This is Nasdaq. What time is this? 15:41. It didn't actually tap into any fair value gap here, US30. It did tap into this one, but disrespected it at the same time. No, actually it respected it. Okay, so yeah, you gotta look at which one happened first. 15:39. So just about US30 gave the move first. So the move for whichever one gives you the move first that's the one you take. That's a day 1539. You take this trade here. Stop loss above this week here. This is that fair value gap candle. So your TP would go 1:1, 1:2. Okay, and it came back to retest that fair value gap. So don't do. If it goes into drawdown, you're still respecting this fair value gap. That's fine, guys. Don't stress. I know a lot of people will stress with this here. Okay, actually, no, sorry. What am I saying? I'm waffling it right now. Okay, it hit TP before even going back into drawdown. Okay, here the move happened at 1541. We basically tapped into it close, but here we broke down below at 1540, just about a minute before this whole gawk happened here. Okay, yeah, this was Thursday. I didn't trade it. Good Friday, guys. Friday. So you'll see how important it is, guys. Have both charts open. You'll see whichever one gives the move first. Take that move. Right. This is Friday. Didn't trade Friday. Friday, okay, Friday was a bank holiday, so I wouldn't trade it. I've traded that thing anyway. You even see how shit this move is. It's absolutely shit. I wouldn't have taken any of this trades on Friday either ways. But that's it, guys. That's basically the orb for NYSE. Next, we're gonna go into more with how I actually found this setup here. The setup here on Wednesday, something like that. I'm gonna go into that, and then we're basically done. I'll go over. Obviously, I'm gonna show you go into more, but like risk management, how we can actually help you guys. I can help you guys to actually grow an account. How you go about all of this. Remember, guys. Another thing is, of course, all the whatever I'm giving you is not financial advice. These are just for educational purposes, and you whatever you do, it's up to you. However much money that you risk in trading, it's completely up to you. All right. So let's look at the next one, guys.